finally, the news is out. You're playing in an esports arena in Texas in October. I think this was where we left it in the last episode. Give us all the details now that you have them, now that they're out. Well, you probably had them before. They're out. What's happening in October?
I think that like, let me see everything that they've said, because this is something that has been kind of on the agenda for a while, but it's just been announced. And the idea behind this is an India versus the United States match. So it's going to be 5 versus 5.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like 2 kind of open boards,
mm-hmm.
which will be Hikaru versus Gukesh. I'm playing Arjun.
Yes.
A woman's board, which will be Carissa versus Divya. And then I guess this is like a celebrity board, but they're still good players. It's Levy versus Sagar.
International Masters, very strong, of course.
Yeah, they're both IMs. And then there's a junior board, which will be Tani versus a player who I don't really know very well, but I probably a talented young guy, Ethan Vaz. Tani, I think, lives in New York, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yes, he's well on his way to 2,500. I think he's an international master right now, getting very close to making those norms. I've played against him at the World Rapid and Blitz. He's very talented.
Yeah, so and the time and draw will be 10 minutes with no increment. It will be played on the board in an arena. There will be no draws. So if there's a draw, I mean, there will be draws, but if there's a draw, then it'll get to shorter time control. And if it's a draw, then it'll go to bullet.
Mm.
Again, I think no increment, maybe increment kicks in at some point. I'm not 100% sure on that, but maybe it's just no increment. But actually, I think for bullet, it does kick in, because otherwise it might be a complete mess and it might be difficult to arbitrate. And so I think that increment might kick in. And then, of course, bullet turns into decisive result quickly.
Yeah.
And the rest is pretty simple. If you, whichever team gets the most points wins. Pretty standard. And I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm not sure that you can resign. I think that was one of the ideas, that you can't resign.
Let me try to find it. Yeah, I don't really see this one yet. Yeah, I don't think they've announced it, at least in the press release. There's no such thing.
Okay, it might also not be. I'm not sure if it was just an idea or if it's actually going to happen, but.
So you have to play it all the way until checkmate. I guess that's why it's called checkmate. The thing is called checkmate.
Like you don't resign. Yeah, you play
versus India.
You play till the end.
That makes sense. That actually makes sense. I kind of like that.
Okay. It's a new idea.
The idea is to basically show very clearly to spectators that might not necessarily watch chess on a regular basis that the game is over via checkmate.
Yeah, which is fair enough. I mean, at least in a classical game, it would kind of be for players. In a no-increment game, probably not a big deal. And it will probably come down, since the boards are pretty balanced overall. I think. I think
for sure. Yeah, they look.
Hikaru versus Gukesh. Yeah, you would say Hikaru should be a favorite at this time control, but okay, Gukesh is still Gukesh, so it's not imbalanced to any significant point. You probably put money, but maybe it's like a 60-40. It's not a big deal. But you probably put money on Hikaru if given a choice. I think me and Arjun is probably closer. It's hard to pick a favorite, right?
All of them are super close. Yeah.
Carissa versus Divya, I would also feel like pretty much a toss-up. I mean, by rating, they're both like 24, 30, 40, whatever.
Oh, Divya is 2,500, but I might be wrong. But Carissa is also. Carissa is doing very well right now. She just played in St. Louis, a Grandmaster Invitational. I think she took third. She won like 20 rating points. So she's definitely on the upswing.
Maybe it's 24.69.2. Okay, she is high rated. Yeah, there's no doubt.
She's slightly high rated,
Um,
but
Chris
Carissa
is
is coming.
24-12.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not imbalanced, right? It's
No.
more or less normal.
No.
Probably slight favorite for Divya, but just
It's
by rating.
unclear. It truly is unclear. Again, Carissa,
Yeah,
I
it's a
think she's
10 out.
2450 now on the live rating list or something like that.
No, Chris is 24-12.
No, but she just won. Like she just won like
I mean, I
20,
just checked the live list.
20 rating points. This is
Maybe it's not
live.
updated, but I checked the live list. I don't
Okay.
know.
So she must
Okay,
have lost
it's also not
some
it's not
ratings.
classical, right? It's no increment splits.
Yeah.
Then I think Levy should be like I think that's maybe our most promising board because Levy plays very often online, a lot of blitz. He's like 2750, 2800 chess.com. That's a very respectable rating. Cigar is also an international master, but he's not quite as active, I think. So I think Levy's probably a reasonable favorite there. And the last board, I just don't know enough. But Tani is also like 2850 chess.com, I think.
He's very good in fast time controls.
So that's, but again, I don't know Ethan Voss, so I can't say exactly. But that should be a good board for us too. But it's a bit random, right? It comes down to some time scrambles and maybe flagging and who knows what.
I'm checking Ethan
But yeah,
Fast right now.
that's basically it.
The guy is about 2400, 2430 classical. He's obviously a very, very decent prodigy. His blitz on chess.com is 2840. His bullet 2910. So definitely a very
to be honest,
decent player.
that's probably just a toss up as well. That board.
Yeah, decent player.
Yeah, I mean he's also a good player. It's a blitz player. So it's a balanced match. It's pretty much a 50-50, I would say. Jumping knight 20.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm just like trying to check his ratings.
Yeah. No, I think that the cool thing about this match is obviously the setting. The format is very interesting, of course, pitting USA versus India, obviously two of the most successful countries right now, against each other in such an intriguing format with women's, with prodigies and whatnot. It's interesting, but also very cool to see that you guys are going to play in a 2,500 seater in Texas esports arena. Very cool live audience. I hope they're going to be able to sell out the tickets. I think I'll try to be there for sure. I think the interest is going to be quite high. It definitely seems to be, and this is something that we've sort of discussed a little bit about. When we're going to know that chess is finally going mainstream is when we're going to be able to sell arenas, actually live seats, actually sell tickets to live audiences. I think once we do that, we're going to be able to say, okay, chess is finally mainstream. We'll see how this one plays out.
Yeah, I think it's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to it. And I mean, they probably have more projects up their sleeve, so I hope they also do some good things. I think they will.
Awesome.
I mean, the organization.
Awesome. Cool. Well, Fabi, I think we've covered some fun subjects, interesting subjects. That's it. Before Romania, I'm flying tomorrow. You're flying in a few days, and I will see you in Romania.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. See you there. Should be good.
Cheers. Bye.